Smashing Blouse Productions are very happy to welcome Lucy Brazier to answer some of our questions this evening. Evening, Lucy.
Good evening.
So who is Lucy Brazier?
Who is Lucy Brazier? Now there's a question. I'm just a very ordinary girl who decided to become a writer, that's all.
Why did you get into writing?
To keep me out of mischief, probably.
What sort of mischief might that be then?
I think I had best not elaborate on that, as I've got a feeling my mum might be watching this.
Fair enough. Are your family fans of your writing?
Oh yes, absolutely. In fact, my nan is my biggest fan. She thinks I'm absolutely marvellous, and quite frankly, that's all that matters, isn't it?
It is indeed, yes. Where do your ideas come from?
Mostly my personal experiences, actually. I've been lucky enough to have led a very interesting life thus far, met some very interesting people. Can't help but write about them, really.
So would you say you're a people watcher?
I would say that I'm a curator of people and the things that they get up to.
That's a nice way to put it. You're most famous for Portugal. How much of that comes from personal experience?
Probably a lot more than you'd think, actually. But with Portugal, the things that are true are not the things that you would expect, and I think I should probably leave it there.
Fair enough. You have a strong Portugal fan base. How do you find that?
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, the fans are brilliant. They really do get involved, and with the modern miracle of the internet, it's great that I can get to know them and sort of interact with them on a pretty much daily basis, actually. It's super. As you say,
in this internet age, people have instant access to you. Is that a good or bad thing?
Well, as long as I don't find out where I live, then I'm perfectly cool with it. No, it's good. It's good.
So the next stage of fandom, other than stalking, is cosplay. How do you feel about that?
Oh, that'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? And it's a very easy costume to do, after all. Bowler hat, waistcoat, college tie, any tie. Good excuse to eat plenty if you're cosplaying Deputy Head Porter, of course. Actually, I'd love to see conventions filled with porters running about, telling people to behave themselves and keep off the grass. I think that'd be great.
That would be awesome. Your latest work is called Who Shot Tony Blair? This represents a seismic shift in subject matter and theme. Or was it a reaction to the current political climate?
Actually, it was more of a prediction. Who Shot Tony Blair was first conceived during the run-up to the EU referendum. Brexit hadn't happened yet, the Labour Party were tearing themselves apart, there was a lot of uncertainty and the country was in disarray at the time, and it was just my ideas and thoughts of where that could all lead, and as it turns out, looks like I'm not too far wrong.
The characters of King Boris and Nigel Farage are presented in an intriguing fashion. Was this deliberate?
I think with King Boris and Nigel Farage, that's really how, in my head, I'd love them to be behind closed doors, if I'm honest.
That is a very honest answer, probably best steered here with politics.
Yeah, good plan.
Wing Commander Tom has a very small part in the narrative, but he's very popular. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, everybody loves Wing Commander Tom. Well, he's just basically awesome, isn't he? He's a great character. And I think because he is the one small semblance of sanity in the whole book, I think people cling to him in the hope that somehow he's going to make it all right. I don't know.
Will there be a Who Shot Tony Blair 2?
Well, if there's still a country to write about, then yes, absolutely.
But how many times can you shoot Tony Blair?
Well, it'll have to be Who Shot Somebody Else, won't it?
Quite.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could get fans to read any book on any subject matter at all, what would you choose?
Okay, it's my favourite book, and I always get the question, what's your favourite book? It's Crap Taxidermy. No, seriously, I did bring it. And people, everyone should read it if just for this page alone.
Well, considering that answer, What two films would you combine into one?
Oh, good question. Okay, so I have a phobia of nuns and I really don't like singing families, so I'm going to go for The Sound of Music and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Interesting choice.
Hmm.
Do you eat food past its expiry date?
Actually, yes, I do. And also, I eat random food that I find whilst out and about.
Such as?
One Christmas Eve, I was making my way home. Would you believe I saw a Christmas cake in the middle of the road? I thought, ooh. It was wrapped, it was sealed, it was in its packaging, but just there in the middle of the road. And I did take it home and I did eat it. Oh, yes.
Oh, yum.
It was all right.
In the past, people were buried with items that they thought they'd need in the afterlife. What would you choose to be buried with?
I don't want to be buried. I want to be in the second edition of Crap Taxidermy.
Marvellous. Well, thank you very much, Lucy. Thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and we hope to speak to you again soon.
Thank you very much. Good night.
You have a strong Portugal fan base. How do you find that?
I wish they'd just buy my books and piss off. No, not really. Go again.